Your girl is.
You are live. Hi.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
I don't think it's anybody on here, but hi y'all. We're gonna do a live. I know it's last minute. We're gonna do a live reviewing episode 10, Married at First Sight, season 15. I'm India.
Michelle here.
And here we
And
go.
yes, okay. I'm waiting for
So
my notes.
y'all,
Okay, let's
let's
do
go
it.
to our notes, y'all. This episode literally was like the best episode
It
to
was good.
me of the season.
It was
Hey,
good.
Kristen.
I liked it.
It was so good. It was so good. And I wrote my notes in my email because I was watching it and I was on the computer. Hold
So
on.
I,
Okay,
my,
so
I have Krysten and Mitch first.
okay, that's fine.
So I feel like this was the episode where they go talk to their friends, 1 month episode, right? 1 month anniversary.
Yep, 1 month anniversary.
And Krysten starts off the episode basically telling her friend how she feels about Mitch kind of dissing her flipping homes thing without um without us knowing like what's gonna happen later. And I feel like I was glad that she said something. I was glad that she was expressing herself. It is very clear that she is holding back when she's with him.
Yep.
As far as like trying to make sure she responds to him in a way that's not gonna like set him off. And I also was very surprised she didn't talk to her friend about sex. Like she was on, like we know that they consummated their marriage. She had talked about it on the after party basically for previous episodes. So like they've had sex. I was very surprised she did not talk to her friend about it. Like
Krysten, I don't thank you for telling us we look beautiful. I don't like Krysten because I think she's emotionally mature. I think she's emotionally intelligent. I just think that she literally told her friend, "We have a great marriage. The marriage is great." And then 5 seconds later is about to break down crying because he doesn't support you in your future, business or what you want to do in your future. How do you have a great marriage and why do you keep saying that?
And I was gonna say, I feel like she's being fake. Like I feel
she
like
is, and that's why I don't like her.
To what she thinks she needs to show, like she's holding back, like when she wants to talk. Like I think this is the most this season, everybody is aware of the cameras. I don't know about Nate and Stacia, but I feel like everybody else is putting on for the cameras for in some way or another.
I agree. Thank you so much. Taja said, I don't know why. I think it's Taja. I don't know why she's always saying they have a great marriage, but it has these underlying complaints. You don't have a great marriage, and you don't have a great marriage because you just told us you bend over backwards, you walk on eggshells. Right. How do you have a great marriage if you're not even giving him the real you?
And he was okay. So obviously I feel like we have to fast forward to the group dinner. Like he was basically like, don't do that for me. Like he clearly was not doing it for her. Mm-hmm. So he's like, don't feel like you have to do it for me. Like, I don't think he was offended or anything by anything she said. I think he acknowledged it. On the after party, he was even more acknowledging of it. And he was like, I just want her to be herself. But I think that she does have a point in that the fact that he is always like, I don't know if I want, I didn't know if I was ready for marriage. Why are you on the show? Why I was just so glad that she actually said that out of her mouth. Now, I don't know if she just gets the balls and the gumption.
She does, and she does.
Everybody else, but like, why are you should have been said this to him. Like, this should not be news to him. And that's the other thing with all of the couples. Why are y'all talking on camera about everything? Like, I feel like in previous seasons, there was always very big, long conversations or reference to conversations that were had off camera. And it's like, why are y'all waiting to address stuff? We'll get to that with old girl. But why are you waiting to address stuff on camera? Like, it's just,
I don't get it. Krysten is a doormat, y'all. That's my notes. She's a doormat. She's too accommodating. She's lying about having a great marriage. You only have a great marriage because you're walking on eggshells. You already admitted that. You're trying. You feel like he's not trying. You're consistently what's the word she used? Compromising. You feel like he's not compromising. How do you even have a good marriage? That's not even okay marriage. Like, just because the man isn't rude to you, yelling, screaming, doesn't mean your marriage is okay. Like, I don't know what her expectations are. Somebody said, I wonder what her parents' marriage looked like. And I agree.
Yes.
And lastly, I was like, so there probably was a lot of signs that her ex-fiance was cheating on her. And that
That's
relationship
what I
was
was gonna
probably
say.
trash.
She wants to be married. Like
Yes.
it is very it doesn't come across as straight desperation, but when you peel back a few layers, it's desperation. Like, why are you? And then she covers it up by saying, "Well, I'm not going to deal with this." But girl, you are dealing with it, and you are doing it. Like, what
And
do you
you're
mean?
covering it up because you're telling people you have a great marriage and you don't.
Right. And then every time like, I don't know. I just feel like every time she's with the couples, that's when she gets the ball. So I don't know if she's talking to the girls about it behind, Mitch's back, or not behind his back, but, talking to them about it so that she knows she can't BS in front of them, or if she just needs that support. She needs, like, somebody is putting a battery in her back when she's in person, though.
I agree. I don't know. He didn't do anything the conversation. He told her, you don't have to do that. I understand and all of that, but I think he's not really going to change. I think he's going to continue to be himself. Yes, he didn't ask you to be accommodating, but you do not compromise. We learned that with the
He
shirt
does
situation.
not. But he did say on the after party that he recognized how stubborn he was, or like he like
Yes.
how compromising he was.
Yes.
He did say that. And he also said that he was like, why? He was like, he looked back at the shirt gate and was just like, why wouldn't you just put on the shirt?
Because you're unwell. Like anybody who wouldn't just put on something for their new spouse
right.
is unwell. So him acting like it was just like, dang, why didn't you eat something she told you to try to eat? Why didn't, like, you made a big deal out of it. Even after she said, look, I got to tell you this, all the guys are wearing it. You still took it off.
Was like, no.
Something it's neurological. Tell me, why wouldn't I? Because you're unwell. That's why.
I think he honestly, he still acts like a spoiled child almost, like, and then hides behind this, like, oh, I don't have to, like, people are gonna make me do things I don't want to do. Like, what? He needs therapy, because what is making you hold on to like, I feel like it's a protection mechanism, a defense mechanism where he gets to blame the environmental stuff and this for everything that he does. Like, why are you holding on to this so strongly? I'm not saying you shouldn't have strong convictions, but there should just be some balance as far as, like, human decency, how you treat people, how you talk to people, how you want people to behave with you. Like, everything doesn't have to be so interconnected. And it's like, he really wants everything to mean something else. Like, no, it doesn't. Like,
somebody said Krysten reminds me of Stephanie from Philly season. Kimberly Rivers said that. She does remind me of Stephanie. She kind of looked like her too a little bit.
I'm trying to remember
the one that was with that crazy dude, neurotic dude. What was his name? They're still married. Stephanie and
oh yes, she does. Stephanie yes.
So I didn't have nothing else on them besides, like you said, that she grows balls when she's in front of the group.
Yeah, they did the whole yoga retreat for him as well, which
he planned it. He planned it. They should have made him plan the 1 month, like they make, them do. They should have made him plan something.
She does a lot, yeah. And I mean, I don't know. Like, she's just very accepting of him being weird, which I think is what she should have been for this marriage. It's just not reciprocated. Like, he is not accepting of anything of her that's outside of his comfort zone.
Her dog that snores, because they done made whatchamacallit watch that snore.
Yo, I ain't even gonna lie. The way Nate was talking about that dog, he actually is dealing with a little bit with that dog, because Nate was going in on that poor little dog. Yeah, I'm surprised in the comments they were talking about AJ and Stephanie. Like, I was so surprised that they worked. I thought he was gonna be so strung out, and they said it was TV for them.
Yeah,
but
he is weird. Like, Stephanie was desperate too. Let's be clear.
I know she was very. I don't know. They were made for each other, I think.
Yeah.
And,
I have Binh and Morgan next, but you want to talk about them?
That's fine. Let's get to it.
Okay, Binh and Morgan, y'all, the main event.
I really wonder if this is like a 50-50 where some people are going to be on her side and some people are going to be on his. Like,
no, I can tell you what it is. Everybody is on his side. Are you kidding me?
Okay, because I'm not on Twitter and Reddit, and you are. So I cannot believe that she is nutso. And I just was shook when she was so pumped up over him talking to Justin as if she didn't know what happened before, and then to be like, I know all from Alexis, and then mad that he went to go ask Alexis what she said. Like, huh?
Morgan is crazy. I was looking like, she told him, I'm going to stay in this marriage and I'm going to make you stay too. Who you talking
to? Right. She still needs the money to pay off the loans. It's very
Morgan is here for TV, yes, because you should have quit the process. You should have quit the process.
She wants to check, and that's it.
Yeah.
And
we see through you.
I think Binh is doing it for TV too. Binh is doing it for the check. They both hard up for money. And so now they're doing it for TV. But the fact of the matter is, if she really wanted to work on the relationship and she really was hurt by what he did, it would have been a long ass 3-hour conversation sitting on the rooftop, sitting talking. Like, it's been so many marriages where they've had disagreements and they go and talk later and talk about, you know, like after the cameras go away, we were up talking for 3 hours or 4 hours. Like, why would she leave and then leave this man for days without talking to him? Like, she's a child. She is a
Morgan is abusive. That was abusive rhetoric she was using. Yeah, she's manipulative as hell. And I wasn't going to say abusive, but when she tried to tell him he has to, if a man would have said that to him, you got to stay in this process and I want you to see me every day. Are you out of your mind? We would never accept that behavior, a man talking to a woman like that. We would say, one, and you don't need to stay there. You can't tell this man what to do.
I feel like Binh looks like a pushover. Somebody say he's a pushover. I think he looks like a pushover because he doesn't want to look like an asshole on TV. But Binh also
is a pushover because he don't want to embarrass his parents.
And he don't like, it's all about the facade for him. He just doesn't, he's like, let me get this check and let me do this for TV. But he gets mad on the previews. So I don't know. Like, I feel like
I think Binh is scared. I think Binh was abused as a child and he's scared of her. Binh was shooketh. He was standing when she dropped them flowers. Binh was standing there like.
But I also think that he's also like, I don't know what to do because the cameras are rolling. Like, they're not reacting the way that they would without cameras. Period.
Yeah.
So, because he would have been like, what the fuck? Like, he would have literally been like, what are you doing? What is wrong with you?
So basically, Binh is mad, right? Morgan is mad because Binh is continuously talking to Justin about her personal business in their marriage. And I do understand.
I get that.
I totally understand you being like, look, if you're going to talk, because
you stop talking to him.
Talk to your homeboy that's not on the show. I don't want these couples knowing my business. I don't want but I also get his point. We're all going through this together. Let's be clear. What's the tall dude name that he's talking to? Justin is probably also talking about his issues with his wife, with Alexis. Now, Justin is just being messy by putting it on speaker and doing this stuff. Alexis, who I'm going to get into her later about this, because you're fake as hell. You're not a martyr. You should never said anything. It's not your business. This is not your friend.
No. You do not love her.
And and even if Justin told you over pillow talk, you also are stabbing Justin in the back by telling him some stuff, or you weren't supposed to know this. You weren't supposed to be.
You just ratted out your husband.
You just ratted out your whole husband because you had to tell your friend, which I'm gonna use loosely, that her husband has complaints about her. Like, what are you talking about? So, you knew this was gonna blow up. Alexis, are you slow? I think Alexis is a narcissist too. But anyway, that's a whole nother story.
I think. We're gonna get on Alexis. So okay. I just also feel like Morgan was doing this for the show. Still, Morgan was doing this for the camera.
It's not a big deal.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
She was acting. They said she had a script, honey. When she came up there and threw them flowers, I said, you are too dramatic. This is not.
She walked up with that granny, 12-year-old dress on. Girl, bye. Get out of here.
Not granny and 12-year-old.
It was both. It went to both.
We wouldn't even let him talk. Thank you, Tasha. She wouldn't even let him speak or explain anything.
Every time he tried to talk, she's like, you're going to lie. You're going to lie. Like, what is even happening here? It was like, I'm sure the producers were like, who told her she had to go act like this? Like, nobody said this.
I was so irritated. Like, my jaw was dropped.
It's a joke.
She is exaggerating.
It's a joke. I literally was like, this is a joke. This is not even real. Like, there's no real outrage. Like, it's fake outrage.
It's fake outrage. She's not mad. What are you mad for? He's talking to his friends. You would tell, you're not that betrayed. You might be angry, like, look, I swear to you, stop talking to him. Clearly, he's telling his wife everything. And this is why I told you not to say stuff, because I don't want these stuff, and that's all she had to say. And honestly, Binh, to me, he's a little naive. You're naive because I guarantee you Binh was disclosing more than Justin was. And you got to be careful of people like Justin.
He's like, what did I say? And she didn't say it. Like, I swear to goodness, if you come at me and tell me I said something about you, you better tell me what I said. Like, I am going to fight you or I'm going to walk away. Like, you're not about to tell me I said something and then you don't tell me what I said. What I say?
Oh, this is on my notes too, because somebody just said, Amy said Morgan should not be married. I agree, Amy. Morgan should not be married. Morgan needs to marry a therapist, like somebody said last time.
Oh,
Morgan don't even like men. She thinks she doesn't like men. She's battling something. She does not need to be married. She doesn't want to be married. She literally came on this show 4 episodes ago and said that basically she don't want to be bothered. She wants to relax. She's looking to be married for that financial gain. That's the only reason. You don't like men. You don't really like people like that. You want to come home and decompress. She doesn't
like she likes people. You're right.
You haven't done anything for him. He cook for you, do all this stuff. You haven't done nothing for him. You don't want to be married. You wanted to get a check from the show, like Michelle said. Somebody said she likes to be in control. You can't be in control and be married. You have to compromise. She's not. You have to be a little accommodating. Like both of them, because he came on and I was like, okay, he's so into
not money. Auditioning for a super villain MMA fighter. She was like, oh, I'm going to work out. I couldn't wait for this workout. Like I was
not a super villain MMA. Morgan likes Kitty, and Morgan is mentally abusive. I agree. She is mentally abusive and manipulative. I said abusive when I first said it. It is what it is. You can't do that to people. You can't talk to people like that, and especially with somebody you don't have a history with.
And it was not an adult conversation. Like I understand her initial reaction in the apartment. Like, okay, you mad, not getting your stuff and leaving, but you being like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that and being mad. But you waiting 3 days or 2 days or whatever to go to this thing. Like he doesn't even know what I'm going to say to him. Why? That's your husband. That's who you're dating.
That was a friend.
Why wouldn't you talk to them about it before going on camera? Like
because she wants to embarrass him, but she ain't do nothing but embarrass herself. I'm about to find her Instagram and blow her up.
Yeah, Binh probably already got a girlfriend. Let's be clear. This is over.
Binh got him a Blasian girl.
That's for sure. Binh got this show. He got some money. He got to the cash. He got a bag, and he got a new boo because
Amy, good point. Amy said Binh wants a woman. No way he is into Morgan. There's zero femininity in that chick.
He honestly, he calls her bro. We've already talked about it. Like he really does treat her like the homie. So that's what it is. They don't like each other. He's nice about it, and he's worried about cameras, and he's worried about how he represents his family on television. So
I agree.
Binh is not going to get disrespectful. Binh is going to take it in the chin. He's used to it because his dad, I think, was abusive or was mean. Like he knows how to just take it, even when somebody is being mean and just quiet. Because there ain't no way she would have been talking to me like that. Ain't no way.
I almost feel like, did she want him to blow up on her? Because when she had that last conversation and she told him basically, she was like, and you will do this. And I would have been like,
I would have laughed in her face.
And I wouldn't have been mad that he called her out her name at that point. Because you're talking to me like you a grown man. So I'm going to talk to you back like you a grown man, Morgan.
We got to go to the next couple.
Sorry, that was crazy, y'all. Y'all know that was crazy. Morgan is unwell, and I don't see nobody team Morgan. Not one person is team Morgan. Nobody is team
Nobody
Morgan.
is. Nobody is. And then, on the after show, whatever, Alexis was like, I wish I would have just stayed out of it. Like you said, trying to be a martyr. Like, yes, you're messy as hell. That's not your best friend. That is not somebody that you have to let them. And on top of that, how you gonna tell him not to worry about Binh and his relationship, and then you go and insert yourself into their relationship too?
I don't like Alexis. I'm sorry, y'all. And like you said, they encourage each other to talk to each other. Yeah, I didn't see the big deal of what he did, unless it's like, dang, why does Alexis know all of this stuff and I don't know anything? So clearly he's going back and telling his wife, and you telling him this, and then I come back and their relationship is perfect. So why are you giving him negative information about our relationship and their relationship? he not giving you nothing. I get her being irritated, especially if I told you don't talk to him about it. And Justin and Alexis are messy. So if you're going to talk to somebody else, talk to another couple then.
They're messy.
Those the wrong couple. But her reaction, like you said, it was for TV. She is just so over the top and fake.
Also, like, there's the expectation that they're going to talk amongst the group because they're going to have to talk about where they are in their relationship. I think that if at a certain point you're like, I don't like Justin, I don't fool with him, I don't really want to talk to him, can you please not talk to him about me? Then him doing it is going to be annoying. It's going to piss you off. It's not going to, like, her acting like her. I just think she's just still doing it for TV.
She is.
But I get like 10% of her outrage. I don't get none of the rest. None of the rest.
My lighting is so dark.
It keeps going in and out. It's good now.
Okay.
What'd you do? So okay, next I have Justin and Alexis. Next.
Yes, we could go straight to them anyways because yeah, they were in this. So
it wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing. The fact that she didn't repeat it tells me that there was nothing that was said. Katara said she wants to know exactly what was said word for word. Nothing. Because if it was something crazy, she would have said it because it would have been for TV and it would have been good. Like he asked her, what did I say? What did I say? You know what you said. Okay. That's all.
He was literally clueless because he didn't say anything that's negative.
That's all I need to know. Anytime somebody be like, you know what you said. No, I don't. Tell me.
Yeah. And say it on national TV.
And say it.
Anyway, so Alexis and Justin. So Alexis and Justin, they was all up in it because Alexis is the one that snitched and acted like on the, y'all got to watch this after party. If y'all don't watch it, watch this one. She tried to act like it was because she just heard somebody saying negative things about her friend and it was her duty. She had a moral duty is what she said to say something, not a moral duty to protect her husband. And then because he told you that stuff in confidence, now
or you knew you were listening to a conversation that was not yours
because you weren't in the background talking. He wasn't talking about y'all. Your husband had you on speaker.
How you gonna ear hustle and then tell the business? Like that's insane to me. That's insane.
It was. I don't like Alexis.
Steph said Ben wasn't in on the production meeting. It was very much like production. Like somebody did not tell him. Anyway, so Justin. Okay, so Alexis. I just hate that so I can't get this out of my head. Last episode I don't know. Recently in our comments, somebody said that Alexis was auditioning for a Tyler Perry film, and now.
She is. Oh my God.
She literally, her acting skills are trash and it's so fake.
She need to move to Atlanta.
I can't do it. Like every time.
Baby. What? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, let's get to them. So we already know they some messy ass people.
Yes.
I don't like Alexis even more than I don't like Justin, his non-self-regulating self, as she said.
I mean, and so she is on point with the fact that he
cannot self-regulate. And they showed that clip, and I was like, yo, he really is going through it. He's like a child. Like, children literally can't self-regulate. He's like a child where he's like cannot hold it. Like he cannot. His mind was going, and then he just had to say it, and he couldn't even stop. He couldn't even respect other people like time or boundaries, or even he didn't even have the insight to like, let me stop because I'm taking over this conversation or we're taking it over, which is one thing I don't like about them as a couple. I feel like they take over conversations, they take over group settings, and their team take over both of them. And I think they both have an issue.
It's like she's like overacting. Like she likes him so much and then boom, click. Like she don't even look like she like him even a little bit. And then the fact that I just feel like it's like she knows she's on television. So she's like, I have to do and say all of this stuff. Like it just feels so calculated. Like everything she does and says, she's like, it's too much. She told her friend it was too much hurt too soon. She said, so first of all, she told him she loved him. Then she said that,
she don't love him.
Loved her. Then she said she doesn't love him. She said it's just too much hurt too soon.
But what did he do to hurt her?
What hurt are you talking about?
I don't know. She was giving Morgan with the dramatics because I was confused. I'm like, okay, yes, he's annoying. Yes, I would hate to have him as a husband. But what is the hurt? How did he hurt you? Is it because he lied about the dog throwing up?
Dog. It's the whole dog situation. I actually didn't even take no notes on them. Like, they did their little date thing with their pictures, and that part was very like, all they do is talk about how are we gonna get back to where we were. Like, why do y'all have so much drama? Why do y'all have so much drama?
I don't know. And so another thing is, hold on, I did take one note on them, because them I remember everything.
She's playing.
Okay, we already talked about their date. Okay, so then they did the group date, and they was team takeover with the damn group date.
It's like she's always, her faces, she's always giving, like, she's always just giving like too much. Like, mind your business. Let other people talk. Like, it doesn't have to be about you. I feel like when Justin made his comment to Mitch, I do feel like Justin, like, I know, like, a part of it is like, you know, that they're supposed to talk because it's a scene where everybody needs to be talking.
What was the comment to Mitch when he said
I really see you grow? Like,
I was like, shut up, Justin.
You're progressing. But okay, like, I mean, a part of me was like, Justin, shut up. Like, I did feel her on that, but then a part of me was like, it's a show. Like, they gotta say something. Like, they gotta interact. Like,
and Justin is a team takeover like you, so you should understand, because you always commenting on stuff and saying stuff too.
Right. They both was commenting, and she kept saying, like, don't apologize. Like, she was chiming in. It's like it's a mirror. Everything that Justin does, she doesn't want him to do, but she does it. Like, no.
I agree.
Yeah. So at that thing, I felt like Justin was being like like, once she knew what reaction she was going to get from Justin, and she's
manipulative. She's manipulative. I was team Justin that whole conversation. I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to shut up about it. I was team Justin, because at first I was like, Justin doesn't know how to self-regulate, because I would have shut it down too. But just like she manipulated him because she knew what she was doing.
Because then she was like,
oh, I don't have anything to say. How don't you have anything to say? We're talking about positive. It could be positive or negative. You don't have anything to say because you're mad that I was commenting on other people's stuff when you do the same thing. Of course, he's going to be like, babe, just say something. This is what she need. We got to say something. And then you're all out. Since my husband, and she keep calling her husband, since my husband thinks I have to say anything.
On the after show, she was like, the thing about my husband, his name is Justin.
Everybody knows it. We all watching the same show.
He is. We're watching the same show. So they talked about that part too, and she was basically like, I just needed space on the after party. They talked about that, and she was like, I just needed space. Like, I just needed him to respect that, and I wasn't saying anything. I was holding back. And they were like, yeah, but your face said it all. He could see your face. So
I'm glad that she said that on the after show. I'm glad that she said that.
Like, yeah, you weren't talking, but we knew what you were thinking. So
but even in the confessional, when they must have, the producers must have said, why didn't you say anything? I just didn't say anything because he was saying that I didn't want to basically hurt his feelings, and I know he's sensitive. You knew that was going to hurt his feelings not to say anything. You could have altered what you said or made something short, like, we doing good, y'all, same old issues. We're trying to work through it. I have some issues with, this, and then that's it. You didn't have to go into it. The problem is you wanted to make him mad, and you can't tell me any other way. And yes, his reaction was over the top, and he does not know when to back down, but you also wanted to make him mad on purpose.
You knew it. You knew what you were doing was going to make him mad. And yes, dang, why am I not saying her name? The host of the show. No, the host of the show.
Keisha Knight.
Yes, Keisha Knight Pulliam. I was about to call her somebody else. She asked her, so at this point, are you guys intimate? Like, what's going on? So we're going to pull that in. She basically said that they had tried. She's like, no, we're celibate. And then she was like, okay, so nothing is going on. She was like, well, we've tried. And that's it. That's all she said. She was like, we've tried, but that's.
And she said it didn't come to fruition.
And it didn't happen. What does that even mean? Like, why would you say that knowing what that implies? Not we tried.
Manipulative.
We tried? Like, trying and it not happening is like pretty easy to narrow down what happened.
We don't know, y'all. They said he couldn't get it up. We don't know. She just said they tried it, it didn't work, y'all. So
That's
we can
the
deduce.
That's the only thing we could deduce, Amy. That is the only thing we could deduce. And if that is the case, like, why would you say that?
Because
Like,
she's hateful. I can't stand her ass.
Not hateful.
She is. Alexis and Morgan, to me, I don't like them. Now, they're not the worst ones that have ever been on the show, clearly, especially women. But Alexis, it's the manipulation for me. It's their acting skills. It's the manipulation. Mm-hmm. We already know Justin is unwell. Justin is unwell.
Justin, and he met with his brother when they was talking to their, meeting.
Yes.
He went fishing with his brother, and he was like, "Yeah, I understand why marriage is hard, but he needs intensive therapy, like intensive.
He needs a thing where they put your brain up like that PTSD.
Like, he really needs like 2 times a week therapy.
Ooh,
like,
not 2 times a week, honey.
Oh,
ooh,
no, because he needs to be able to talk about situations that have happened as they happen. Because if not, he literally acts like some stuff didn't happen the way that it really did. Like
that's that giving that Aries energy. Like they be making stuff up. Hey, up to the Aries on the line. Like they both manipulative. I'm not gonna lie. They are both manipulative.
They are. They both
are. And
everybody
she got to run for her money.
And Alexis
got to run for her money.
She did. And it's still the fact that she's trying to uphold this, like, but baby, like they are disgusting.
I said, if she call him baby one more goddamn time, I'm gonna go through that screen and beat both of them up.
Stand it. It is horrible.
Yeah, y'all right. Because Justin was bragging about how hard he was, and women just want him for this and that. Was it all a lie? It all a lie? It was all a lie.
The lies. No. Yes, I agree, Taja. Like the fact that we are 10 episodes in, they are still arguing about the same stuff. Although, let's get to Lindy and Miguel, because I actually felt like I had I don't want to say an aha moment. I think we talked about this last time, but their age difference, bro, that is literally going to take them down. She crazy. She crazy.
She is, y'all, but I got to go get my charger real quick. Keep talking.
Jesus.
My computer about to die, y'all.
Okay, well then I'm gonna wait to talk about no, I'm gonna start off talking about Lindy and Miguel. So, y'all, I was dying when they were sitting there having they were having like an on-screen interview talking about how their relationship was and how they were making it through. And he was like, I've seen her at her worst. And then she was like, you haven't seen me at my worst. Y'all, I was like, how, Sway? First of all, she acted a little bit of a nut. She knows that he does not like how she was acting. And then she gonna admit to everyone that wasn't as bad as it could get. And knowing that he didn't even like that. Like, yo, I was dying. Like, yo, Miguel finna leave you. Period.
Lindy is a little slow though. So she's slow. She a little special needs.
I could not believe that she was like, that's not me at my worst. Ha ha ha. Ha ha hell. He is not dealing with you at your worst if that was not your worst. He's done. He's done.
And I thought he was done. And honestly, I know people can't stand Miguel. They think he's a little manipulative too. But I thought he did a little grown on this episode. He was a little bit more understanding, because I thought he was kind of like Mitch, where he just was not willing to compromise and was like, you know what I mean, controlling. He has control issues.
Yeah, I kind of had my aha moment. Like, Miguel it's just, I think it's the contrast between him being more mature and her being less mature that it gives manipulation, because he's just not going to deal with her BS, like, at all. And he's just like, well, if it ain't gonna work, it ain't gonna work. So I'm not about to sit up here and act like it's gonna work if it's not. And he's not wasting time. I agree.
I said her friend said she was crazy. Now, I don't remember Lindy's friends calling her crazy. Did I miss that?
She done called herself crazy several times.
No, I know. Yeah.
I did not like the fact that she.
So then they went on. They did the boat ride. Oh, then they came home and they were going over their little anniversary pictures. He thought she was being pretty critical. I didn't really get, like, from what they showed, I was like, maybe they just showed all the little negative things she said. Like, oh my gosh, look at me. But some people are like that.
Yeah.
I don't think she was being critical of you guys getting married, but more like, oh my gosh, why do I look like that? I was so nervous. I looked a mess. Like, critical of herself more so. Mm-hmm. And then, I didn't take that as her being critical. I didn't know why he said that, but maybe she literally didn't say one positive thing.
And yeah, it's also the negative. Like when you're talking to somebody and all they point out is a negative, you be like,
yeah, that's true.
Could you just like find something positive to say? They were actually pretty quiet at the dinner. Like they were just taking it all in. The spotlight wasn't really on them this week. Like
that would have been me too. Everybody mind their damn business. You say your little piece and you be quiet.
Oh, and remember, actually, Morgan said that he talked to Miguel about something too. We don't know what it is because they wouldn't come out and say it. But he was like, I only talked to Justin. And then she was like, no, you didn't. You talked to Miguel too. And then he was like, oh, I did. Like, it was it ended up coming out that he talked to Miguel. But I don't think Miguel snitched. I don't know. Maybe Lindy snitched too. These girls is messy.
I mean, but they all gonna talk. And I feel like in past seasons, like last season, they all talk. The women were talking to the men. Like it was even worse.
It was worse, right?
Like the men talking to the men is fine to me, but you connected with another wife and talking to her, that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But to me, it is what it is. Y'all, they can't tell too many people because it's still a secret.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. So they get to tell their close friends because they were.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and I think that's who you should complain to. But it's also like if you started off telling somebody something, like he started off confiding in Justin for what reason, I don't know. That tells me that he doesn't assess people correctly. But then it's gonna be hard to just stop because Justin might be like, "How y'all doing? I'm glad y'all are better." And he might be like, "Oh, we ain't that good, but we working through it." Like, and Justin messy, so Justin go keep asking questions. I know because I can relate. Anyway, so that's why Justin knows everything because Justin keeps asking him.
But it sounds like Miguel might know everything too, or might know some stuff too.
But what is everything? Because it could just be we not getting along.
That's true. I don't know. She crazy. I don't know why I brought them back up. But Lindy and Miguel were very like low-key this week. I feel like the age difference is definitely going to be the make or break for them because Miguel is gonna be like, girl, you got some growing up to do.
I agree.
So now on to Stacia and Nate.
All right, yeah, this is the last couple, right?
Yes. So somebody else needs to go back to therapy, and it's Stacia. Like,
yeah, she might need therapy. She telling Nate, child,
you're not done.
Keep going, honey.
She's not done because her mom was kind of like, well, that's okay. Like her mom was like trying.
It's been a month.
It's been a month. It's okay. And she was emotional and crying. And then I feel like she gave Nate the cheat code and basically was like, I need you to be in love with me. So he was like, okay, I'm in love with you. But is he really? No, he's not. Like,
no, he's not in love with her. Yeah.
Like, so she gave him the cheat code. He sees it and he's like, all right, well, if this is what you want me to say, then I'm gonna say it.
Stacia lucky she got a lot of money because that's how she gonna keep her a man.
She hasn't kept a man. Money does not keep men.
Well, he gonna be with her. He's looking for the come up, so he gonna be with her for that.
But he might not because I don't know that he can fake it for long. He's literally.
Well, he went and got the tattoo, y'all, and signed the prenup, honey. He's saying yes.
The post.
Now, are they gonna be together long term? No, hell no. I don't think they're gonna last 4 or 5 years like some of these other couples have already. However, they are together, and he's living in that home that she built, and he's putting in his 25% to her 75%.
And she keeps saying like, okay, so now he's doing the short-term things too. Like,
yeah, long-term wasn't enough. Long-term plans aren't enough. Short-term, like she wanted him to get a tattoo, y'all, to prove his love. That's how you know she's special. And she's therapy.
Really needs
a tattoo to prove his love was all she needed.
I put in my notes that she is too easily impressed. Like, it's like all he had to do was say, oh, I am falling in love with you. She's like, well, what number am I now? Like,
somebody said, Taja said, I think he's staying because he's broke.
I mean, I think that he sees it as a come up for sure. She's not unattractive. She's a cute girl.
That's what they said. Nate likes her appearance and her
herself. So I think he's like, all right, let's see how this goes.
He don't seem like he like her like that. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe I was shocked that he said he loved her. Like, what, sir?
Like, but maybe they might be one of those couples where they are, because he's probably not that comfortable on camera either. So they may be one of those couples where it's completely different off camera. That's what I keep thinking about them. Because I'm like, he went to get the tattoo. He clearly don't. I mean, tattoos can be covered up and stuff, we know, but it's like he clearly likes her.
First of all, that tattoo is dates in Roman numerals. Nobody gonna know what that is ever. Like, you honestly, who cares? Like, I felt like that was the least committed tattoo you could get.
And I was looking like, do you technically do dates like that in Roman numerals? Because they did each
the two. I don't know.
22. Like, I'm sure the room.
Did they get married on the 2nd?
That's what they said, February 2nd, 2022.
I think, I don't know. I think hopefully
it was the 2022 for me. That I was like, I guarantee there's another way that they do their dates, not just by the. But anyways, honey, they wasn't doing dates in 2022 in Roman numerals, so we don't know what they would have did, right? But I was just looking like, excuse me, say what? Mm-hmm. I couldn't believe they got the tattoo. I'm not gonna lie, y'all.
Really?
I couldn't, because I was like, he must be there, and we're not seeing it, because I didn't even think he liked her.
He has 95 tattoos, India. Like, I don't think that tattoo matters to him. He has tattoos all up his arm.
That's true.
That tattoo is not significant. It's a date. He could literally be like, it's a date. I
did this process. Like, it is.
It was a date that he did marry. Other people have more committed tattoos to Married at First Sight than that one. I feel like there's other people that have tattoos that are like mafs tattoos. Getting that date is not that big of a deal, if you ask me.
Damn.
I don't know.
Well, y'all,
not to never do it again.
I don't know about them for the long run. I think they were a good match from what they must have said, right? From what they must have said, looks wise too. They seem like, okay, I get it. The age range, he's 34. I think she's 37 or 38. He's 34 or 35.
He mentioned the baby too. He mentioned they were working out. What were they doing? They were working out. He was like, oh, you got to get on it, because this is whatever they were doing. He was like, you got to be able to push a baby out in a year.
I think they're going to end up having a baby, because I feel like they're going to hit a Shanice and Jeffy where they're going to be together and they're going to get pregnant real quick. Like,
it just, I don't know. It just feels so wrong, actually. Like, I just feel like she's making a mistake, and we're watching her make this mistake because of her insecurities, her desire to be married and have children and not be alone, and feeling like she has all of this stuff and has nobody to share it with.
And let's be clear, I don't trust him in his financial decision making. So I would not have a baby right now if I was him. He done took the baby and you paying your child support, Stacia, because you seem like you're a little
working more than him, and then she got to pay alimony and child support. Maybe she got the no alimony in the post nut.
She ain't got that no child support when he get that baby. Yes, thank you, Cliff. Everybody hit like and subscribe, please. But so, yeah, I feel like they're gonna end up having a baby. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Nate and Stacia gonna end up having a baby because he gonna try to trap her. And she's down for it, because as long as he say I love you every 3 days, she's good. That's the bar. The bar is on the floor, y'all. The bar is on the floor.
He literally told her that he didn't even know about nothing 3 days before, and then he's like, I'm in love with you. I'm falling in love with you, or I'm in love with you. He didn't even say I love you. He said I'm in love with you. No, you're not. Like, that's false. That is patently false. There's no way.
I don't not necessarily think he's not mature enough for her, Amy. I think he's not financially stable enough, because that bankruptcy and that, I'm a day trader, and then I just think he's not financially stable enough. I actually like how he handled her last episode and how he was able to communicate. That showed a little bit of maturity and be very straightforward with her.
But he's also not emotionally open.
Emotionally mature. You're right. Emotionally. Yeah, you're right.
But I don't think that he's not as immature as Morgan and like Justin and Alexis. Like, he actually just holds it in. But I feel like when he does communicate, it's still better than all of them.
I agree.
So, I don't know, man. I feel like, okay, did we miss anything from the group date? So we already talked about, no, Nate and Stacia were just like, ooh, we in love at the group date. Like, they didn't say nothing. They did. They did bring up negative, but they ended it on a high note. I was like, okay, I guess. I don't know. It was kind of wild. Like, I feel like the Justin Alexis breakdown was actually kind of wild to watch because you literally saw
Yes, I agree.
shit breaking down in real time. Like, it was wild. They were literally like, that's some shit that happens in private that everybody saw. Like, well, why wouldn't you say that? Well, I told you I didn't want to say that. Well, it was just like, well, what do you mean by that? I don't understand what you mean. I was like, whew,
it was crazy.
It was kind of wild. Crazy. And honestly, I just wanted Justin to shut up. I wanted Justin to shut up. I want him to stop caping for Binh, because even when they got to the dinner and they was like, oh, where's Binh and Morgan? He's like, oh, he just wasn't feeling good. Shut up. Just learn to shut up. Don't talk about Binh. Just leave Binh out of it. Let somebody else give the tea on Binh. Like, he's just too involved. Like, worry about your own marriage and your own shit and stop worrying about everybody else.
If I was on this season, I wouldn't be friends with none of them. All of them crazy. I wouldn't be friends with
I can't find one.
Stacia would probably be the only one. Stacia and even Nate. I might be cool with them.
I would probably be cool with them, but then I would have to be like, Stacia, girl, like, you gotta fall back.
All of them. Alexis really disappointed me because I thought she was about to be my girl. Alexis, something wrong with you.
There's something wrong with them.
Yeah,
both that couple them is not good. And I feel like
they bring out the worst in each other.
Alexis and Justin are starting to look alike too. Like, I was like, he just needs to get like microblading, like a microbladed mustache. It'll just give him it'll give him some like dimension. Like, his face is so soft. There's like, no, I just want. Yeah.
Kimberly said, okay, we about to go. This is the last comment I'm gonna read. Kimberly River said the only couples that have a chance are Stacia and Nate and Justin and Binh. Not Justin and Binh. Yeah, you might be onto something.
Somebody's onto something here. Something is something.
Yes, and I agree. Stacia and Nate and Justin and Binh, they the only two.
Well, I mean, he got the black part right, because Binh wants somebody black. It's just
Binh don't want nobody black. Binh wants somebody Blasian. Let's be clear.
But the main reason why he wants somebody Blasian, in my opinion, this is all speculation, obviously, is that he has to have somebody Asian to bring home. But if he could just go straight black, he would.
You think so?
Yes. So if he could go straight black, he would.
Maybe he do want.
He gotta have somebody Asian. So he like, okay, let's see what we could do.
That's hilarious.
They honestly should have gave him a black girl on this, because then it was nothing he could do about it, because he didn't know. He wouldn't. His
I feel like Binh would have liked. I feel like he would have liked Stacia.
Binh, what?
He's way too young for Stacia, though.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't have worked. No. That wouldn't have worked at all. But
too cheap. Let's be clear. Stacia ain't downgrade nothing.
He said Blasian. I think everybody said that he said Blasian. I didn't even see.
Or Filipino. He did. I think he want a look. I ain't gonna lie. He wanted a little black, but he want a look. Let's be clear.
You're right. Yeah. But I don't know. That's what I'm saying. If Binh would have got the black girl at the Married at First Sight wedding, there's nothing he could do about it. Like, that's who he got. His parents couldn't be like, I can't believe you brought her home. That's who they matched him with. So that would have been his best opportunity to date a black girl or a Blasian girl without his parents having something to say.
Well, he might want Justin, so maybe he'll come home with him too.
Oh, Jesus. Well, okay, y'all. I'm glad that we both wanted to do this yesterday, and we were just like so busy. But I'm glad we got to do our review or talk about it, because it was pretty good. I don't know. This episode gave us like it was. I mean, I agree with somebody that said that we talking about the same issues, but I don't know. It was a little lively. It was good. It was good. It was a good episode. So hopefully next week is a continuation, and it's really good. I know, because we'll be in person soon.
Watch the after show last night. If you didn't watch the after party, you can hear her talk about having sex with that man and it didn't work. Yeah. All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Okay. Bye.